Howdy. So we're on about day four. We've obviously we've been to Warrnambool, attended the wedding of young Jazzy, daughter of Dills and Jane, who is Jazzy's the same age as Hannah, and they've sort of known each other for since they were little babies, which was just a wonderful event. It was such a loving and clearly genuine bunch of people there, which was just such an honour to be part of it. So that was really cool. And then from there, we headed off on Sunday, and we drove all the way from Warrnambool up to Gawler. Fairly uneventful. A little bit of rain, and then we stayed at the Gawler Gateway Tourist Park. That was nice. Decent showers, decent toilets, facilities, what have you. Grassy. And then yesterday we hightailed it all the way up northwest up to Port Augusta, and then we hung a Yui, went over the bridge, and Port Augusta is an interesting place, very industrial, obviously, lots of hardcore industry, mining and what have you, from what I can tell. Look it up. And then down the east coast of the Eyre Peninsula through Whyalla. Whyalla is a really pretty town, and apparently the town that most people who are doing a sea change are heading to in Australia. So, and you can see why. It's a very pretty town. Beautiful little foreshore there. Spent about an hour there just having lunch, and then having a little bit of a walk around this amazing new jetty that they've put up there, this sort of circular jetty. I'll stick some photos up. And then we sort of kept going from there down to, we were aiming for Port Lincoln, but it was a pretty big day. We did 630 odd K. And we've ended up at a place called Redcliffe Camp, which is just out of Tumby Bay. And we were about 50 K north of Port Lincoln. So we pulled in just on sunset last night, and lovely area. A little bit of a hiccup. We booked it online. It's campsite number 5. We rock up here. They send us a little map, so we know exactly which campsite is ours. We're not on it. It turns out there's another little Jayco Swan something in both campsite 5 and 4. And 6 was no good for us, so we phoned up the mob. The little campsite here is run by local church communities, and there's a couple of dorm areas, there's a couple of little huts, and it's quite a pretty place right on the foreshore there. In fact, I'll just show you out the window here. I'll just adjust the lighting there. You can see out there, that's the water out there, right there. So that's pretty cool. So we phoned up and they said, oh yeah, look, we're having a bit of problem with the power to the sites. And I said, well, we don't need power, it's fine. She said, look, just pick any site you want, anyone that's free and suitable, just go there. So we went, righto. So we found a spot here. We've got a cabin on that side and a dude with a Land Rover with a rooftop tent and stuff on it next to us, facing the beach out that way. Whipped up some lovely dinner, which was nice, and had a good night's sleep. We managed to get the, there's no TV reception here, but I managed to get the little Amazon Fire Stick going with the TV. So you basically plug it into HDMI, and then you use one of your phones as a hotspot. So as long as you've got internet access, it's cool. And then the other phone you basically connect to the same network. And we started casting a film. I can't remember what it was called, but it was quite a nice little film. We got literally about 3/4 of the way through to the pivotal moment where something happens and the thing just stopped and started buffering for about 2 minutes. We went, righto, we're going to bed now. So that was all right. This morning I woke up at just before 7 o'clock and I went out to the loo. Decent facilities here, toilets and showers and stuff. Went for a little bit of a walk while Mel still continued to have a snooze. And then came back in, had a coffee. Mel's just gone off to have a shower. 11 o'clock checkout, so it's only, I don't know, probably about 9 o'clock now. Probably not even, actually, probably 8:30. And we'll then go, kids out there playing ball. We'll then head to go for a bit of a walk, pack up, and then we shall head down to Port Lincoln. Nowhere specific booked in Port Lincoln. There's lots of options, both paid and free. Down Port Lincoln National Park, there's a bunch of camp areas there that you got to book. I think they're donation or fairly cheap. All of them apparently accessible. Been reading through one of my favourite authors of all time, Beck and Justin Lorimer, Trip in a Van guys. And so we're looking at some of the places they've been to, and we'll probably choose, go down there and drive down there. It's only 50k to Port Lincoln, and then it's about 12k down into the Port Lincoln National Park. Go down there and we'll hopefully pick a site. We'll see how the wind is. Apparently their advice is if it's windy, it can be a little bit gnarly, but there's lots of campsites that, depending on your setup, you can find one that's a little bit out of the wind, so that should be good. Had me coffee, got to have your coffee, and we'll do a little bit of dishes. We'll go for a bit of a walk, pack up, and then we shall head off for the day, and we'll check back in. Ciao.